I am wearing a painter's jumper suit. Jumper suit? Jumpsuit? Okay. I originally was cutting up a duct tape dummy from a customer, and I was just going to use that with my measurements. That's what I do when people can't provide me with a duct tape dummy. Right now it's November 5th. Less than 1 month to MFF. I have like 3 weeks. I basically just want to pattern this and sew this bodysuit and get it done in a weekend. And I know I can do that confidently if I have a duct tape dummy of myself. I wish I had made this decision when my friend was here and could have made a dummy with me, but they're not. So we're just gonna do this. I'm not going to make a full duct tape dummy. That seems risky since I'm doing this by myself. So my decision, start with the groin and one of my legs. I'm not going to tape it too tightly. And then I'm going to go up my hip. And I don't know if I will go full torso, but I will at least go over one shoulder. I'm really just worried about getting an accurate inseam and kind of like my hip torso, because that's like very important to me when I'm making a digi-suit. I can tape alongside the zipper, and so when I'm getting out of this, all I have to do is like unzip and maybe like cut a little down the thigh, like to the knee. I believe in me, maybe. This is the beginning step of the padding. I have a trash bag, so I'm going to stretch that over it, tape it in place. I really like the back to hip, this area looks really good to me. Not so sure about this, all of that, really. I'm feeling a little confident, a little more confident. I don't know how good this angle is. This is the calf or hock, and this is the thigh. I'm so happy with this shape right now. Oh my gosh. All my past fursuits have made me feel very weird, dysphoria wise. It's very hard to explain, but they just make me feel terrible. I made that duct tape dummy today, and it worked so well. It worked so well. I was actually really shocked how well I can make a duct tape dummy just by myself. And this looks so good. I'm making a new foot pattern, and I think it actually might be too wide for this because I'm so happy with this leg. I don't want to change it. So if the new foot pattern is too wide, I might remake the foot pattern. Anyway, this looks great. I'm just so happy. I can't. I'm babbling. I need to stop. This is the shape. This is the muzzle for my fox, and this is just a really rough carve, and usually if I'm unsure where I'm going with something, I will take it into Procreate. So I just took the muzzle in and I kind of did a rough sketch here in green. Because I really want this to have a narrow pointed muzzle, I need to carve this down. This way it needs a lot more carving, a lot. But I'm really focused on the profile right now because I kind of carve in one direction. So I'm going to get the profile correct, and then I'm going to try to get the top view correct, and then I'll work from the front.
First of all, brother, let me tell you something, okay? First and foremost, I need you to see it. I need you to show me.
so far. What I'm doing is I've started to carve down this side of the face, surprise, eyeball. And it's a dark foam, so it's a little harder to see. But when I'm doing the rough shapes, I usually do one side of the head and then I will go to the other side of the head. That's just so that if I do something like, I took out a big chunk of foam here, if that actually looks really bad, I have to glue it back here instead of having to glue it back here and here. So I rough carve down one side of the head. When it looks good, I go to the other side. I rough carve to match. And then I will take scissors and smooth everything down. To cut this pattern, so I thought I would record it real quick. We are in my bedroom because I haven't been feeling well, so it's nice to like sit on my bed as I work. This is basically how I mark up all of my bodysuits. So there's like your basic registration marks, so it's easy to line up pattern pieces. I have what I call the mesh mark, and that's basically where I will be sewing in the pockets for the padding. You can see there's an arrow. There's another one. So like the padding will be sewn in along this seam, and then it'll like come over the hip. And then so I can basically just follow these green arrows. I also will occasionally, so some pattern pieces this green dot is basically the same as the mesh mark. And so like I can tell that these two pieces, because I sew the mesh pieces first, so I know that I have to sew these pieces together. But this one, it doesn't connect up here, so I wouldn't actually like know on first glance that it belongs to this segment. So I'll just draw a little dot in the same color so I can find this piece when I'm putting together the fur segments that need the padding installed. I also will write things like this. This says front, what does this say? It's a mystery. I think front thigh. Oh yeah, front thigh out. The inside would be the inside of the thigh. So this is the outside of the thigh, the front side of the bodysuit, and it's just a thigh piece. So once again, if I'm having trouble finding where this goes, I can read that and be like, oh, well it goes next to the other front thigh outside piece. So like this one here is a torso. It's the lower side of the torso because I think I will cut this torso into two pieces. So there's the two torso pieces. The orange lines are just general seam lines. I don't need them to be super precise. So like I will not cut here. I was just like sketching. Maybe I would cut here, but... And the black lines are markings because I kind of sketch everything in one color first and then I go back with black to see how the markings lay over the body. The final thing is the color, which are the large letters. A lot of these colors are gray, so I had to figure out a different way instead of just putting a G. There's big B, little g, so this is the blue-gray. This is also the same blue-gray color. There's the light gray color, the teddy fur, but in gray. So that's how I decided to mark them. And then the arrow, of course, just tells me what direction the fur should be going. And I think that's all the markings. So my bodysuits, the patterns get very marked up, but this makes it so that it's very easy to assemble. Once I have all the pieces out, it's really a super, like a couple hour assembly. I have this pattern piece right here. It kind of looks like one piece, but if you check out right there, there's like this little green line. This is actually two pattern pieces. And so when I have a piece like this, where there's a very slender piece, sometimes I'll just take it and sew it right away. So I'm actually gonna go back to my workroom and cut out these pieces of fur. They're the same color, and then sew it together right away so I don't lose this little sliver piece. and it is exactly 1 week before MFF, which means I am running out of time. I'm currently pinning a piece of the bodysuit and I'm sewing those. It's also taking me a little longer because I'm doing a new finishing technique, but it's taken a while and it's annoying. And I'm like, is this worth it? Not really. It's flat, it feels nice, but like, I'm about to put the fur on this base. I've put the, is this called batting? I forgot what this is called. Okay, well I put it on the nose and the ears, the back of the ears. I put it on the nose because I want the nose to be very smooth. It's minky, so it'll show a lot of creases. My foam work isn't the smoothest. There are divots. This is fine with fur because it has like, you know, a pile. It'll cover this up. But with something like minky, it will show all of the bumps that I leave in my foam work. So that is why it has this layer to make things smoother. I did this on the back of the ears because the EVA foam shape, it's a very sharp angle right here. And I'm worried that my pattern, it won't lay smooth. Like it won't be a smooth curve. It'll kind of be a sharp point and then a baggy section in here. So I'm just making the ear slightly larger by adding this layer. This is the nose. This is the back of the ears. So, oh, and the neck is right there. I think there's 8 different furs on this. It looks good. I'm really happy with it so far. I hope it looks good on the head. The fur is all sewn and it's on the head, but it is not glued. So you can see this is, I can basically put my hand anywhere in this. This is not the final tongue. This is just a pattern. Because the, this is like wider than my lower jaws usually are, so I wasn't sure how a tongue would actually look in there. So I was trying to like game plan. There's so many different furs on this. I don't know if you've seen like the stuffed animals that kind of have like the very harsh transition from the short fur of their face to the fur of their body. Like a harsh line from the short fur to the longer fur. Like you could see it here too, where it's just like very short and then very long. I think it looks cute. So I was doing closed seams on the exposed parts of the body. So you can see here. This seam is open, so these are the 2 pieces of fabric, and you can kind of see, like, you can see in between them, right? So that's an open seam. This is a closed seam. These are 2 pieces of fabric, they're attached, but you cannot get in there. These are the hand paws. They have a wrist escape. I think it's right here. It's a Velcro wrist escape, but the problem is that these are too short. There's a lot going on in this arm, and I need to add 3 inches. But that means that there's not going to be a pretty finished seam, a closed seam here. So that's frustrating. What are you going to do? Lessons learned. Trying new things. I actually don't know if I have enough fur in this color, so I'm just going to move on, glue the head, and maybe I'll figure out the sleeves before I go to bed. About a day and a half left of work, and all I have to do, I say all I have to do, I need to install the eyes, glue, shave the head, figure out the sleeves, and install the zipper on this. And my tail, which is not that much. That is, I could probably finish all that tonight.
Are you 100% sure you heard what you
As you can see, his eyes look a little funky because they're not in, actually. I need to add the top lid and then glue the eyes in, and then he will be, oh, and his tongue and teeth. One of my customers, past customers, is here. She wants like big fangs and some like little molars. I brought just a bag of teeth, and so we're gonna pin them in tomorrow and see what she likes. He also needs teeth, so there's teeth in there for him too. Eyes first, because I really do want to go suiting like right now. But he needs eyes. Face. Yep. How close am I to the screen? Wrist escape. Alright, I think we're done.